3 days after journalists were attacked while covering a march by JNU students, the Delhi police finally initiate action. An FIR has been filed against the station house officer with charges of molestation. On Monday, journalists had marched to the parliament protesting against the roughing up of journalists.
हमने IWPC इन पर्टिकुलर और सभी पत्रकार एसोसिएशंस को और जो जर्नलिस्ट यहाँ पे आए हैं उनको आज इन्फॉर्म किया है और एश्योरेंस दी है कि आने वाले दिनों में स्पेशल सीपी विजिलेंस के अंडर जो इंडिपेंडेंट इंक्वायरी हो रही है उसकी जांच जल्द से जल्द कंप्लीट कराई जाएगी। साथ ही जो कि महिला पत्रकार के साथ जिनका कैमरा छीना गया था उसमें दिल्ली पुलिस ने FIR रजिस्टर कर ली है। स्नैचिंग की धाराओं में FIR रजिस्टर की गई है और इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान कैमरा रिकवर कर लिया गया है। सभी एलिगेशंस के ऊपर एक विजिलेंस इंक्वायरी की जा रही है। जैसी विजिलेंस की इंक्वायरी फाइनल होगी उसी हिसाब से कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Joining me on the phone line with more details, Apurva, finally Delhi police has taken action on this matter and SHO has been suspended. Are the protesting journalists now satisfied with the probe, or are there any other demands left to be met?
Well, at this point, this is of course a big relief they're coming in as far as this case is concerned. Remember, this has been the topmost demand there of all the journalists who had been gathering in the national capital protesting against the kind of inaction of the police as well. Now, after two of them were suspended yesterday after a photojournalist had lodged a complaint against manhandling and snatching of the camera, we see how at later in the night the SHO has been booked for molestation. He's been sent to district lines. And right now, it seems that this will be, the protesting journalists there won't be any more protests as far as this case is concerned. But of course, there are more assurances that are yet to come in. And based on the findings there of the vigilance inquiry, this is the Vigilance Department of the Delhi under Section 354A of the IPC has been registered on the complaint that was given by the female journalist allegedly who was molested by the SHO. And this is the incident that is pertaining to 23rd of March. Now, in the interest of the fair and impartial court, this is a statement by the Delhi police which says that the SHO of the district lines, Delhi Camp area, has been transferred to the district lines, and the case has also been transferred to the crime branch for further investigation. So this is, of course, the latest that this case is concerned. But of course, a larger question still remains on whether this is going to stop the kind of attacks that are taking place on the journalists, whether the Home Ministry, who has also ordered for an inquiry, comes up with some kind of method or a provision where there could be more law enforcement agencies protecting journalists at such time.
Right, Apurva, and also I believe that women journalists yesterday met Home Minister Rajnath Singh as well and submitted a memorandum demanding protection for all the journalists working in the national capital. What all was discussed in that meeting? Anything concrete which came up in that meeting?
Well, the delegation of journalists met Home Minister Rajnath Singh yesterday and submitted a memorandum detailing their concerns were put forth before the Home Minister. The first and foremost being an FIR to be filed in this case, which right now has happened, and also the SHO has been booked. But the other demand that was made was an assurance that such repeated attacks on journalists during the time when they're doing their duty should not happen, and there have been repeated incidents that have been taking place, not just in the national capital. We've seen journalists being attacked in Bihar as well. So clearly, there is a bigger need for the guideline, the MHA advisory on the protection of journalists to be followed to the extent that Delhi police should also, instead of coming up with brazen defenses, should work alongside the journalists at such time, because ultimately it is the fourth pillar of democracy that is there, and it has to be protected at all costs. So right now, the demand that has been put forth was also protection and some law that could be enforced so that there is absolute protection of journalists while they're doing the job.
Right, Apurva. Thank you for sharing this information with us. We will be tracking this story and the issue of safety of journalists across the country.